Give me just a second. I can't remember where I left off. I know I did a few things and I was trying to... Oh, I was here. Oh, an autosave happened while I was in the middle of traveling. Great. Okay. Well. That little disturbance out of the way. Hi, everyone. Oh, I'm still being hit by something. What the? I thought you were dead. Did another one of you spawn? That would be very inconvenient if you did. But I guess you did. Okay. Well, inconvenience of that over. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Satisfactory. When we last left off, I hadn't done all the... I had a few things that I really needed to do that I decided to do off stream just to try and set some stuff up. It's basic stuff. I'll show you what I did. It's mostly just over here. And I technically did a few things at the main base, but right here, we got copper assembly started. I think I did show all of that, getting the aluminum and stuff set up, but these I diverted to get copper sheets over to make the bullet line. But we also have rubber over here for two reasons. Well, for one reason. One, we're making heat sinks now. That was one of the things I automated because I was just like, okay, what parts am I not technically making that I have access to that I wasn't thinking about initially? This was one of them. Heat sinks were being made, and heat sinks are more primarily used for making the coolant system, which is one of the next major parts when it comes to building new materials. So I've been making these at a rate that I could with the nitrogen gas and the heat sink production with the aluminum I had. I also made the fuse modular frames process. It's not perfect because I've not got this automated for the heavy frames yet. This is entirely automated for the cooling systems, so that's perfect. But this is still being manually fed right now. But this is getting me the fused modular frames for a few things. We're using all the coal. We're actually producing more alumina solution than we're using, which we might have to do something about in the future. But the refinery's still making a ton, and I mean a ton, of aluminum scrap, which we are all siphoning off here. And I just made this to sync some items from disassembly and reassembly because I upgraded these belts to tier 5. But I think that's all I've done over here. I had to upgrade the smelter setup over there. I wish you could see it. It's too far away to really see, but I have 4 smelters over there now working at max production to get all of those copper ingots that I need and more for the production of all of this stuff. So we don't have heat sinks in any way, shape, or form being sent back, and I got more Mercer Spears because I've been disassembling some of the depots that I haven't been using for certain materials that I don't need consistent access to anymore, like reinforced plates and stuff like that, where a consistent supply in the bank that I have right now should be fine for the moment. I do have to look for more Mercer Spears because of 2 reasons. 1, achievement, and 2, the research over there, because that's the goal. And I've also got a few different achievements, like with trains and stuff I'll have to do. But basically, I converted over here, and what I did, because I needed fabrics at one point, I can't remember if I did this on stream or not, so I'm just going to restate it to be safe. I'm taking polymer essence here, turning it into fabrics, and any excess is going into the sinks, so that's perfectly fine. But I built this up so that I had the materials to make the, basically the fabric for the hazmat suit and its filters and stuff, so that I'd have consistent access to that. And I think I did show this. I haven't set this up to be fully automatic because I'm still using the aluminum casings mostly for stuff up there and for other things that I need them from the inventory. But I basically just put aluminum casings down here, and then it auto feeds into the turbo rifle ammo, and they go into here, and the depot takes them. And then the same happens over here with homing ammunition. But mostly, I've actually started to say, hey, when I'm making rifle ammo and I'm not using it, I'm throwing it in the machine. So, there's that. And we still got a ton of excess fuel. I think I'm actually mostly using up all my excess plastic. It's still trying to feed up and fill that line, because I don't know if I'm feeding plastic into anything that actively eats up all of it, technically, on the line over there, but I should actually just disassemble this and take all of this out at some point. Hey, I'll be Rande. Oh, I'll be back on Rande. Seems like everywhere I go, the more I see, the less I know. I know one thing I love you. Baby girl, I love you. I love you. I love you. Baby girl. And I'm gonna do. I say, hey mama, and you, man. Walking down the street on the newbie freak. I say, hey mama. And we still have this here. The reason I stockpiled this much, I think I mentioned it earlier, the hope is to be able to get an oil diamond recipe once we get to tier 9, because I thought it was going to be in the tier 8 section. It turns out it's in the tier 9 section when we get diamonds and stuff, I think. So that's why we're going to be heavily progressing towards the phase completion now that we've kind of sorted out. Oh, thank you, Amadeus, for the hydrate and the stretch. Let me just get back onto my power line, actually, so we can casually keep traveling while I take that drink. Oh, jeez. My speaker fell. Ah. And a nice little stretch. And then obviously, with the stuff that I did off stream, it was just automating some of those parts that I hadn't been making. Not super efficiently, just getting them made and stockpiled up. And because of that, I've done a few of the different researches. I've almost got most of them completed, I think. To quote Jack, thank you for quoting Jack. I love Jacksepticeye. It's been... God, you know, I just recently rewatched his 100%, well, not 100%, but his replay through of Bloodborne he did a year ago. And now that we know that Bloodborne 2 is a thing, I'm very excited to see that. And I hadn't actually seen if he's reacted to that or not in the news. And hey, Shadowy, how's it going? I did check out your game. I think it is. I think I heard about it. I could be wrong. I could very well be misremembering something. I might want to double check that and make sure that I'm not lying, because I'm hoping Bloodborne 2 is a thing, because that's a game I'd really love to play, because I haven't played the original, but I really like it. So the other thing I set up over here was radio control units. This is one thing that I set up over here to start piling up. It's not going super fast, and I'm not using summer sloops to up the stock, because I still need to just keep feeding it aluminum casings, which this is eating most of the aluminum casings I'm making. You've been huffing that copium tank? I guess I might be. I might be huffing copium. Who knows? Who knows? Okay, so we got that. I'm still set up these modular motors because these are used for something else in the future, I remember. Oh, right, okay, this thing. This manufacturer was needing the control system, the radio systems, and the cooling systems. That's what I was remembering. This, I hadn't even plugged anything in because I need these turbo motors to make the new miner mart that I've got, which is great. Oh, thank you, by the way, Shadowy, for the head pats. I did want to tell you as soon as I got it. I just hadn't got a chance to check it until literally when I sent that message, because I've been kind of resting and been busy today just because I've been hanging out on my own. Is there anything I can use this plastic for just really quick? Or am I going to have to depot it somehow? Got the modular engines. We've got a bunch of concrete being made. We've got motors saved up. Meanwhile, at the Lair of the Cane. Yeah, I think it would also be a very interesting stream. I want to see what the Twitch interaction would be like for that game, too, since it mentioned it. I'm very curious about how the Twitch interaction would work with that game, since it's... what's the correct term? It's not like it's a It's not like it's a roguelike. It's a very choice matter game, like it mentions. But it's very unique in how it handles itself. Oh, wait, actually, there is something that I can do. I need to grab the cooling systems because this particle enrichment was the last thing I was waiting on. And I actually... select the milestone, actually. Need the frames, the turbo motors, the cooling systems, and the Caterium wire, which Caterium wire I already set up here, but I want to actually stockpile some supercomputers for a minute. So I'm going to build these up, because I haven't been making these through manufacturers yet either, because, again, taking all these parts from all the different areas that I have is where things would get tricky. I can do it, it's just... I didn't want to set up that pipeline setup without doing it on stream, because with the stuff that I did, it wasn't really building... It was just building up what I already had established and basically just saying, hey, I'm just expanding on what I've got. It's not really something major. Which more games had Twitch interaction built into them? Yeah, that would be really fun. I think that would be really interesting to see some Twitch interaction, especially when it comes to what's a really good game. I think it would be interesting... I know that this would probably sound horrid in the grand scheme of things because how people would probably use it, but I think some people would really like a Dark Souls-like game that has Twitch interaction, because I think the challenge of not only one of those games, a Total War game with that would be evil! Oh, armies being manipulated by your chat and, potentially getting upgrades or stuff. Oh, that would actually be really sick. A grand strategy that has an element of external influence. Oh, Elden Ring does have crowd control. Shoot, yeah, I just haven't figured out how to set that stuff up yet. I do need to actually... I have crowd control. I just never have it set up because I've never had a game that I could use it on yet. For one thing. So, that's something that we can do. Holy crap, this is going to take a while to make all these supercomputers, but since we've got to clear out my inventory of all this plastic because I wanted to use it. Actually, you know what? Because of how necessary plastic is for certain circumstances, I'm actually willing to do a second depot of it. Just so I don't have to worry about making a hyper computer mess. I needed some... because I'm gonna need some for some buildings. But I also want this to fill up properly. Okay. And the team effort, what about... Miss the days when I could just repeatedly hit my head on the keyboard till the game does a ding component has been made. Yeah. The satisfaction of just being able to just Just make something super quick and easy. That's one thing about this game that's nice. It's just like, hey, all this super complicated stuff, you can make it by hand. Wait, what? We can make it by hand? What do you mean we can make it by hand? Oh wait, I didn't put the casings in here, did I? Because I didn't have the inventory space to grab them, that's why. Brain's now remembering why I didn't do that. We need more radio control units and... Okay, so... turbo motors, cooling systems, and the container wirings. So we need to get some more radio control units, so let's just grab the ones we got. Put them in the machine. I think they stack in piles of 50. I think these stack in piles of 50. We'll see. If this belt fills up and stops, then yeah. Yeah, piles of 50. Okay, and then the other component is cooling systems. Perfect, I can grab some of those, because I did make some of those. So I need... These go in stacks of 100. Doc must have accidentally made 20,000 aluminium components while I was in the other room. He booped the keyboard. Okay, that's cute. That's actually really cute. That's funny. That's that's absolutely absurd, but that is cute. That is cute. Okay, so we need 50 turbo motors. We're gonna need more than that, but for the start, for this next piece of the... Oh gosh, dang it, it built it backwards. I built it backwards because I thought I had the colors right. Did not. Okay. We're not worried about sustainability right now. This just needs to pump out the parts. It just needs to pump out the parts fast. That's not what we're trying to do. I had no storage for it, so I just buried it at the deepest level. No! Not the deepest level! Actually, how much power am I going through? My max use is still under my capacity right now, which is kind of insane, because I've still been using this fuel setup that I've had forever. So I'm still using it efficiently. How many plates is this making per minute? Oh, well. I'm not worried about that. I'm making way more rubber than that, so I should be fine on those parts. Okay. So let's get the components that we can into this last particle enrichment thing, because this is going to be the thing that really eats up my power. That's what I'm worried about. Cooling systems. I already had some turbo motors because I found some at crash sites, so let me just grab those too. And then fuse modular frames. Boink, 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 boink. And I just need 31 more turbo motors, which at 4.87 something a minute, it won't be too long. He's making a Luffy army. Let's hope it's not Gear 5 Luffy or a Yes, Gear 5! Evil! Evil! Okay. So with the particle enrichment thing, I should now be looking at actually making some of these project component parts, since now I've sustainably made the parts for storage purposes. I need to start making the parts for the actual thing. I need thermal rockets. I think if I look down at the bottom of parts is where it should be. Thermal propulsion rockets, Turbo motors, modular motors, cooling systems, and frames. Ouch, that hurts my soul. That hurts my soul. Assembly directory unit is something I can make an assembler with a supercomputer and the AI. That's why I needed supercomputers. Okay, so they make one each. I need 500 of those. Well, not that one. No, the original designs of the Betty Boop and Pluto the dog are now in public domain. Oh, that's actually interesting. I knew that Mickey Mouse was actually coming up to be involved in that too soon. I'm actually very pro things finally becoming public domain that haven't been for a while. I'm kind of sad that, like, oh, Mickey Mouse is going to be public domain. There's probably going to be a bunch of horrible things made with him, which is sad in its own right, but I also think it's going to be very interesting to see what the public does with some of the IPs that have been around for so long, that we can finally get something fresh out of some of them. Kind of curious what they would do with Betty Boop, to be real. Okay, Mickey Mouse commits war crimes. Knowing some people, someone is definitely going to make that. Unfortunately. We need another manufacturer. Which, again, take some of these modular frames, which I took off the depot. Oh. Well, you know, I'm okay with it being an angled up one. Can I hook it onto... Whoa, not depot. Come on. Upgrade the power line. I've been upgrading all my power lines too, which has been an interesting thing. Okay, so now we need this to make supercomputers. So we need plastics, high-speed connectors, AI limiters, and computers. I mean, computers I can hook around from this side. Because I have computers over here making the AI adaptive units. Okay, now I just need to put them over here. And one splitter. Break that up, actually, since that's not working. And then throw that up here. That work? Good. Okay, we got computers in the mix. We're going to be draining more computers than we're using, but we need supercomputers to be more consistently made too. AI limiters, high-speed connectors, plastics I can hook up to. So let me just... Since I did just bring a stockpile of plastics over here, I'm not super afraid. Wish we could rotate things after when we're trying to set a height for something, because I want to see it not intersect with things too. Yeah. Once, I might actually not even upgrade this factory, which is kind of the crazy thing. I might actually be able to push out the efficiency of this to where I don't need to upgrade it. And if I can do that, then I'm kind of all for it. High-speed connectors and AI limiters. AI limiters and high-speed connectors are both being made over on my electronic island, which I don't need to be making too many of these. I'm just gonna dunk the materials here. Because I have the superpower of teleportation. I also have a distinct feeling that I'm going to need some of these in a dimensional depot. So, I'm going to upgrade one of these things to have a machine on it. So if this thing starts spewing out enough... 7.5 a minute, huh? We're gonna be eating through computers quick if we do that. Can't wait for the PS5 Wolverine. Oh, right! That's coming to the PS5. I'm very excited about that, too. Wolverine is one of my favorite superheroes that is underrated in a lot of ways. Because the X-Men... Oh, I haven't actually even seen the trailer for that yet. I do need to check that out at some point. Are we looking on modulars? Modulars are fine. Oh, good. We're getting those things made. Okay, modulars. Next. What's the thing? Thermal propulsion rocket. Motors, coolant, fused. Hadoogity. Need to check it out. Yeah, I definitely will. I'll do it after stream because I don't want to do it right now because I don't want to get distracted from this, but thermal propulsion rocket. These are also something that I want to make for points. Or the nuclear pasta. Here comes the tricky part, is making those in enough scale. Because we just started making the turbo motors. And we need the particle enrichment to make the nuclear pasta. I think nuclear pasta should be my next objective, honestly, before getting those things started out.
Milestone reached. Project part number 9, nuclear pasta, can be created in the particle accelerator. The accelerator has vast and fluctuating power demands, depending on the recipe, so will need careful integration with your factory. Fix-It does not waste, so nuclear waste can be refined by the particle accelerator into plutonium for reuse in the nuclear power plant. Fun fact: Fix-It psychologists suggest factory designs reflect the minds of their creators in unexpected ways. On an unrelated note, your infrastructural choices have been interesting.
I feel very called out, Ada. Oh, we might get something in 4 months? That would be interesting. That would be pretty interesting to see. Oh, we're out of aluminum casings again. Ooh, we're eating through those babies. Kind of need to see if there's an aluminum node nearby here that I could use for casings. Is there? In terms of bauxite, there really isn't anything. Is there? Yeah, because it would look like that orangish color. Closest one is over there. The uranium I'm aware of is over here, and it's in a cave, which I do need to get at some point, but I want to get that set up and understood, and if I do anything, I want to probably use these water nodes to make a nuclear plant over here, so that I can use all the material. Or use the waste. That's the tricky part. Okay. Let's look at the next part. We know how to make thermal engines. It's the last other part that we need to worry about. The assembly, the propulsion, magnetic field generator, electromagnetic control rods, which takes stators and AI limiters, and versatile frameworks. Son of a biscuit, I'm gonna need to maybe make more steel again. And more modular frames. Okay. This... I hate to really say it, but this might be the time to do factory reworks on a massive level. I think it actually is time to stop messing around and actually start making a proper looking factory. Oh, I'm getting a call. Give me just a second. Hello. Yeah, just give me a second. Okay. Okay, I'm back. Okay. Well, I think it's official. Might be time to factory redesign. Once we get a few turbo motors and we can upgrade these miners, we're going to do an entire factory rework. I think that's the new goal. Okay. 3 turbo motors, 5 supercomputers, pipes fused in Raylan miners. Okay. Well, I have the Cheerio. Let's get this upgrade done. Oh, right, there's no radio control units because ran out. Ah, jeez. Okay. Let me take a drink. Okay. Let's fix this baby up. We are gonna fix this baby up. Oh boy. This entire place is gonna be reworked. Ain't that gonna be a stinker? Oh god, the amount of materials I'm gonna be producing. But at least we'll finally not need for parts anymore because we should be golden. Even if it means we have to drag from other areas or expand other areas and get them to start transferring over here with like trains or stuff, we will find what we need. Oh, this is Caterium. Dude, this is Caterium! What am I doing? I've been sitting on Caterium over here for ages. I can make AI limiters over here. My god! I'm an numpty! I've been sitting next to a Caterium node this entire time, and now I can make AI stuff over here. Jeez, I knew there was a Caterium node over there. I didn't know there was one over here. Now I feel silly. This entire plan can be reworked. Oh god. Everything's gonna be reworked. And it's gonna be glorious. Okay. Now I just need supercomputers. Which I'm gonna start making a bunch of because that's gonna be the thing that we need the most of. Because I can make 4 things right now. And with that, we are going to upgrade all of our facilities. And we're never going to need for another material ever again. We're going to upgrade the sulfur, and then we're going to divert that. We're going to make sulfuric acid, batteries. Oh wow, this is going to get really crazy actually. This is going to get nice. This is going to get absurd. This is honestly going to get really absurd. We're about to do something really silly, guys. Hold on to your butts, everybody. This is going to get kooky. This might take a lot of power, which means in the middle of this, we might have to expand my power network finally. Okay, let me double check what rocket fuel needs. Rocket fuel needed nitric acid, which I can now make with nitrogen gas, water, and iron plates. Okay, so I can actually officially make rocket fuel now. Okay. This is going to be interesting, alright. I cannot believe that I'm about ready to do a giant massive rework, but you know what? We're going to do it. We are going to do it, as ridiculous as this sounds. As ridiculous as this might be. This rework has been long since in the cards to be made. Now, the ultimate question is going to be how many floors this thing is going to have. Because purely the amount of smelters that we're going to have is going to be insane, because if I don't overclock anything to save as much power as possible, these miners are going to need an extreme amount of smelters. Which is perfectly fine. It's going to need a lot of belts too, but that's fine. Once we get to 50 supercomputers, that should give us 10 miners, which is a good place to start off with for now. And we're going to start disassembling connections. Okay. Now we're basically going to have that many miners. Okay. Miner Mark 3s take 45 megawatts. Okay. We're gonna get one over there as well. Okay. We are doing this, huh? We are doing this. We are. We are absolutely doing this. Okay. This can go 12,000 a minute. This can go 12,000 a minute. When we get to Mark 7 belts, this is going to be insane. Those are at 300 each. Okay. We're basically going to overclock the ever-loving crap out of these. And then we're going to check our power grid. Because we should be fine for a good while, but... yeah, we'll be fine. Okay. How we want to do this? I want to transfer all of these on multiple things. Where do I want to set up the main factory? Has to be here. It's just now everything's got to be freaking upgraded. These two need upgraded, so I need 5 more supercomputers. Okay. This is going to absolutely wreck my power. But this is gonna work as stupidly as it sounds. Very well. Okay. 300 per. Perfectly fine. Puns! Anyways. We're going to chunk all the ore that we don't need in here. And keep all the components, because the components are actually going to be very useful. What do I do? I need to start stockpiling all the parts that I need into containers. For the moment, let's throw the motors in here. Just so they can stockpile a bit more. Rubber store externally over here for a moment. Kill these hogs. Okay. Freighter re-entered. Doesn't really matter right now, though. Okay. We're gonna slowly cut off the connections at their bases here. We're gonna slowly start disassembling this factory. How are we looking? Gonna deposit anything that isn't a processed material, which will include ingots, because I consider that a smelted material, not a processed. So, ores, ingots, all that stuff will go here. Yeah, I might as well throw the concrete, because we got plenty of that, too. Okay. That's one assembly line down. Also, we'll clear this out. We're gonna be golden. We'll be fine. Okay. Let's look at our power grid now. Power grid's still taking a bit, but that's not the problem. Boink, boink, boink. Boink, 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 boink. Boink. It don't really matter. I can sell all this stuff. I won't get rid of the modular frames though. The modular frames I don't have in the storage anymore. There we go. We also need to upgrade the coal node, so that's another thing I need to upgrade, so I gotta go over there in a minute. Because when the coal node is upgraded, everything is going to be upgraded, basically. We're going to deviate all the supplies. These Mark 5s. I guess Mark 6s are the ones that I'm thinking about. I thought Mark 7s were the highest. Yeah, I was wrong. Slowly start disassembling this. Okay, next. We got the miner over by the coal, upgraded and maxed out. We will not be using all of the coal because we are going to be burning more than we're using. Well, we can't burn more than we use if we are actively not able to burn it all, I should say. But we'll be able to when we get the max belts. For now, we keep the coal line the way it is so that we can still make the compacted coal for the fuel and everything. And we keep the silica line for the moment. Okay. Now that's settled. I'm actually going to start dissolving these lines too. I think, if I'm honest, I'm gonna rework these miners to look in the other direction. Where's the disassembly crate? Okay. We'll let it burn through the materials that it's got in the system right now. Iron plates. Reinforced plates. We got those basically covered. Okay. I want them to face this way, upon thinking about it further. Because I want them to actually be directing into the same building. So, I need them to be actually like that. Yeah, Fixman's is still going on, huh? Okay. And I'll disassemble some of these power structures too. Burn for the resources it's got. Do need to get rid of these. Discard what I don't need into the sink. This is how we do it. This is how we rework the entire facility. As crazy as this is going to be. This is how you rework. This is how you rework. Oh yeah. This is how you rework. Oh yeah. This is how you rework. Oh yeah. I didn't mean to do that, but I did it anyways again because I'm a goober nugget. Not gonna lie, this stuff goes by really quickly. Okay. Then we'll also take out this. There we go. Dismantle, 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 dismantle. Dismantle, 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 all this, dismantle, all this, dismantle, all this, dismantle. We're gonna be fine. We're gonna do an entire rework, basically. This is gonna be gold. This is gonna be ridiculous, honestly. What's in this one? Regular iron plates. That's fine. Honestly, stop supplying. We need more materials. Just stay put for the moment. How are we looking on inventory space? Still got plenty? Still got plenty. This conveyor belt Mark 1 has been there by accident this entire time, and I didn't see it. That is both hilarious and depressing. It's hilarious. Hilariously depressing. I couldn't make them combine. I tried so hard and desperately did not get something that sounded funny out of my mouth. It just sounded wrong. It just sounded wrong. Okay. So we could, in theory, really go hard, but I think I'm going to use a tool to help me. So here's the thing. You could easily plan this out by hand. It would take a while, but this factory expansion, I am 100% going to use a tool for this because I think that tools, whenever necessary, can be very useful when they are used properly. And this is one of those times when an external tool is kind of going to be helpful. Because now we need to basically plan out how we plan on using all of this iron resource. Oh, nope, don't break that, because that'll make too much inventory. With too much inventory, that is going to be a problem. Nope, don't get rid of that, get rid of this, get rid of this, get rid of this. Do you recall? I'm a goofiest goober of all. Okay, so these will be fine for the moment. Okay. Keep erasing the things that we don't need. For the moment. We'll clear out all of the power poles. Lovely. Gonna need to move that crate and all its contained parts to get that dismantled crate. Unfortunately, I can't really do anything more than just stockpile items in here at the moment. So, to get this inventory cleared up a little bit more, because I can't use all these rotors, unfortunately. These presents. Okay, we're gonna get all these in the awesome sink. That's perfectly fine. Take all these rotors and then these assemblers and take them all apart. all up. Okay. Leave all this stuff up here, because we'll need to reassemble all this stuff later, but... Okay. Giant rework, almost complete. Almost. Almost. Okay. At least in terms of getting everything sorted out for redistribution. We're kind of almost there. Okay. Fudge. I get why it made that shape, but it did. Don't matter, just gotta get it going. Fudge Monkey's uncle. Okay. Okay. Got that filling up. Can we put miners on top of foundations? I can't remember. We're about to find out. Whoa, come on. Okay. 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 $300 a minute. $300 a minute. $300 a minute. $300 a minute. Okay. Now, we're splitting this up 4 ways. This doesn't need to be a smart splitter, it just needs to be a basic splitter. Okay, and then that way. Why is it not lining up with that? Well, I was trying to get this to line up perfectly, but since it don't want to line up perfectly, I guess I just gotta do what I gotta do. Just trying to get it to be symmetric. Since I can't do that, that's what we will deal with. Okay, so theoretically, now that these are all here, okay, power pole level 3. Okay. Iron, max power, full blast. 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 This will be 300. This will be 300 a minute. It's perfect. This is the perfect setup. We do it for every single one of these now. Wish we didn't have grass growing everywhere on the platform, but that's not the issue. The goal should just be to get this started up properly. This is too close. This one isn't, but this one isn't too much. There we go. Okay. So we're gonna be chugging a bit more power than I'd like, but I would rather be chugging more power than I like because I'm overclocking than have to make a crap ton of machines, which could potentially do it a bit. And just check. Good. They're perfect. Be set up. Okay. Got 2 more to set up. After we get another power line in here. Okay. It's not perfectly lined up. Don't matter. It's not the point. Just need it to be working. Okay, smelter. 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 It's too close for that one, so let me actually put it closer to this one. Gotta make it fit where it can. Okay, and now these are all hooked up together, and then we got one more. Okay, yeah. Get the logistics. Do 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 math to do. We could use an external tool. Do I want to use it? Because it would be a great site. It's a great site to use. The tool that I'm thinking of. Heck, the guy that I watched play this to 100% used it. It's not like it's a bad thing. Just more, do I want to try it or do I not? I technically haven't even used it yet. I've looked at it. I've looked at the maps tied to it, or the interactive maps, though. It's not like I haven't used tools to help me. It's more, I haven't used anything to help me do my calculations just yet. Again, just surprisingly close. Just surprisingly too close to each other, to where I can't get them to line up properly. Oh well, it happens. There we go. I can do this with power line level 2s apparently, but this is fine. Oh, I didn't hook these up. Good check. I know I didn't set these up. Good. Okay, let's see how much this grid would use. 244, not bad. Okay, what we got here? Plates. Okay. Cables. What am I thinking? $75 a minute. Is it not on a... Oh, it's not on a foundation past this point. Right. I need to actually... This might actually be a very important part in making sure that these can be done very well. Okay. Let's see. Put a single constructor down. What's the iron plate rating? 30 a minute. $75. So one of these could go into one of these. Perfectly reasonable. That would give me 50 iron plates. Not a lot. We put another constructor down. Same output. Iron plates. 50 a minute. We dedicate this entire line to making iron plates. That sounds fair. The next one to making... I feel like, yeah, iron plates I need a lot of, because I need it for reinforced plates, and I need it for... which become part of modular frames and everything else, so... fair enough. Having 200 iron plates a minute seems actually kind of reasonable upon thinking about it further. Okay. Oh, jeez. There. I don't think I need that many iron rods. Let me just look up. Okay. The things that matter are reinforced iron plates mostly. That's what I need iron plates the most for. If we can do the bolted iron plates. Alternative cast screws, I can do that directly. I can make a ton of them. Okay. 15 a minute. So what, that's 375. So that needs 2 of them per these. What are iron rods used for? Rotors, modular frames. At 2 per minute, that's... I'd probably want at least 2 of these, or 75 iron bars. That would be perfectly fine. So I think 1 of these is fine. You don't need to go more than that. Oh, hey, game. That was weird. It did a little silly. A splitter. Okay. Rods. Maximum power. Rods at maximum power. There. Okay. So I also want to make a conveyor merger here, here, and here. Okay. Then we're gonna do the smart thing and make a programmable splitter here. For any reason whatsoever, if this were to be given anything else, it'll stop the flow. Iron plates will go there, and any overflow will go to the right. How's this looking? How we deviating up here? So we're about ready to get all the iron plates we could ever need, and then the modular frames, and then the thing of things. Okay. Nope. Oh, gosh dang it. It was silly because of my jump kind of altered there. Okay. So now what we're gonna do, connect this. So these are all running now. So once this thing starts, 300 a minute, 300 a minute. Slowly start filling those up. And then what we're gonna do to make sure if we have anything that is overflow eventually, that being the keyword, we only do this if we overflow. We awesome sync it. So now we got this. We're gonna get 200 a minute at this rate, which is perfect. Okay. What's these? Screws? Okay. Just take some merger and then a splitter again. Then a programmable splitter. Why is that what the default looks like? Overflow. Oh, right. All of these have technically been powered now, because I did hook them all up together. Perfect. Okay. So now this will be filling up with iron. Perfect, perfect, perfect. We're good. We might have way more than I think. Oh, hold on, get a messenger. Oh, dear Lord, my friend overate. He's complaining about it now. That's unfortunate. Funny, but unfortunate still. Okay, next, what can we do? We should really focus on getting a bunch, and I mean a bunch of screws made, so I do need some constructors for that. That was never the question. It's more of what can I do with what I have. Whoa, buddy, come on. And then cast screws, max potential. Oh geez, yeah, this will not even eat all of the iron bars coming from that one. Even actually putting it to the maximum power. Huh. Ah, that is not what I meant to do. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. First. 125 a minute does not seem like enough. Approaching objects clearance. Oh, is it because of this? Probably is. Yeah. Well, this is a problem. Unfortunately. I wanted to keep this looking clean. Now I can't. Now I can't. Dang it. Well, okay. Just do a splitter. Well, this is gonna look as good as it can. Because that won't work. Ha indeed, I say. Ha indeed. Overlapping with object clearance. That wasn't ever an issue before. Invalid conveyor belt shape. What the? Bull hockey, come on. Just let me mix these together. A little bit, please. Merger. This work? Why is the default looking like stupid? Why is the default looking dumb? Fine. Break this apart a little bit. Need a splitter to go, like, honestly, right here. But it didn't line up. Excuse me. That's the problem. It's not lining up. Now it is. Well, I figured it out. Can't you? Can't you? I don't know why it's saying clipping now, when that's not the issue. Go, stretch. Okay, conveyor merger. And we'll put a conveyor splitter here. Oh, jeez. Come on, game. Let me put it where I was trying to. How'd I put it there? Oh. Whoa, 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 whoa. Wrong direction. I don't like how these lines don't... Sometimes they're visually good enough for me to notice, sometimes they aren't. It's a good thing I checked that one, because that one was going to be the wrong way, too. Okay. What do you mean invalid belt shape? It's not invalid! Gosh dang it. Diddly doodad. It's like, oh, it's invalid. What do you mean it's invalid? There's nothing invalid about it. Tweren't anything wrong about it. You dumb. Is this system fucking with me right now? Like, actually trying to fuck with me horribly. It is... I don't know what that was. I don't know what sort of logical mishap it was having to justify that. It was. It's done. We fixed it. As stupid as that was, we fixed it. Okay. Why are we idle? I don't know why that was happening, but okay. Okay. Screws. Let's just say screws over here too. Okay. Whoa! What in the world was that? Funky shape. Industrial storage unit. He did the thing again. Just, why is it always a certain direction? Why is it not like, hey, you might want to be putting the input out here or something, or whatever, weirdly. Okay, I need a smart splitter again, or a programmable splitter. Nope. Wrong splitter. Right splitter. Okay. Screws. Overflow. In which case all of that will be overflow for the moment. Which will give me some points, but that's not the issue. Okay. Got this fixed. And now, since that is sorted out... Okay. This is 75 per minute. It's 200 a minute. This is 500 a minute. Okay. Is this kind of what I meant, but not exactly. Okay. Okay. So, we got this sorted out. I'm not using all my iron yet, but let's just say we do iron wires next. So we got 75 coming out of each of these. How much can a constructor use for iron wire? Okay. Let's take a look. Iron wire. 31.25. Okay, I can do iron piping as well. Okay, so these can take up 2 things plus some extra. Okay, let me do some math. Okay, 1.25. Yeah. 93.75. And one more constructor, let's say for iron pipe. 250. $347.75. 34375. 34375. 34375. $4.583. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 6 machines, so we still got even more than what we need, technically. We need to merge 2 of them together, and then put them on the line for the splitter. So the conveyor merger for this one and this one. And the conveyor splitter. That's more than enough. We also need to do a splitter here. Conveyor merger. Oh no, this will work. Okay, that works. Holy crap, that works. Okay. And well, bam. And there's still excess iron, technically. As ridiculous as that sounds, there's still excess iron. Okay, there's that. Steel pipe. Overflow. Again, interesting. Unfortunately, had the wrong directions on the split on the thing. And where's the tower? Where's the tower? There's the tower. Okay. Okay. So that's one wire. Right, I now need to get the other wires. These wires. Boy. Oh boy, oh. Just trying to make it in this crazy town. And this craze it down. Okay, let me just make a programmable splitter. There. Oh, whoa! Thank you for the raid, Night Mercury and Drifter Klops. Thank you both for the raid. How are you guys doing tonight? Thank you guys so much. What have you guys been up to? My name for probably everyone here, because first timers and all, is Kane Draconis. I am the Dreaming Dragon. I'm just a goofball who plays games and tries to have a little bit of fun. Right now we've been messing around with Satisfactory, and I've been doing a bit of a giant rework because I've had a lot of parts upgraded. Ready to run for dinner? Saw a chill guy playing a chill game? Well, thank you. It's much appreciated. Been playing for... Oh! What the... Oh, come on, you silly thing. Don't tell me the belt shape is not correct, because I know it can work. Well, we're gonna have to make it look silly. Unfortunately. But, it's what we gotta do to make this stuff work. Okay. We got wire. Oh, not quick wire. Wire. And then we're gonna program all overflow to go into the sink, which is perfect. Okay. How much wire are we actually making now? A little over 150 a minute. Not bad, not bad. Okay. And then with that, we can make one more thing down here in this little section. Oh, don't mind, I just made an explosive. Fire in the hole! Glad it doesn't destroy my base doing that. That was unfortunate. Just keep pressing. You know what? Put the zipline on. That'll make sure that I don't accidentally blow things up again. Okay, and this goes at 150 a minute. And then another programmable splitter. And then another tower. Oh. Again, it just went the wrong direction. Ah, silly of me. But yeah, thank you all for stopping by. If anyone has any questions about this game, I love answering. I love talking about a lot of different things, honestly. So it's I'm always down to chat. So if anyone has any fun ideas, fun silly questions, tell me what you think. I'm more than happy to... Ooh. Whoopsie daisy. I don't need to move my screw tower. Looks like my screw tower needs to be moved for the sake of... Oh. Keeping some of this looking good. What's the max amount of players that can play in the same world? Actually, I don't know that, Shadowy. Let me check on that. Oh, that's a server thing. Whoops. Manage players? Open to friends. Tech tier. Okay, 4 players. 4 players is the max, apparently. Unless, of course, something is specific to servers, potentially. I guess 4 for a regular game. So that's a lot of exploring that could happen too. That's a lot of developments and things. Okay, so we got that all sorted out. Got the iron rods sorted out. These are still going pretty well. We're fine. How are we looking on the plates? Plates are looking good. What's this one again? Stators. Okay. Oh, right. I still have rotors here that I need to grab. Yoink. Looks like it also took some screws from another location. Yoink, 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 yoink. Yoink, 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 yoink. Yoink, yoink, yoink. Okay. We've got that all fixed up. Take that depot back. Take that down. Take that down. Okay. Got that sorted out. The basic iron parts have been remade. Reestablished. Basically. Pun not intended? Gonna grab all the cables that we can, throw them back in here. And we're probably going to... Okay, we'll do the reinforced plates, and then we'll do what we can for the next parts. We haven't even touched those iron wells yet. We haven't needed to. Since we've refixed everything. Since I've gotten what I can sorted out here, the Caterium, the copper, and everything, I might be able to just make everything I need over here now. Other than, like, the stuff with quartz and everything, because I still have to do that over there at the other facility. And my steel production's still limited by my coal, so I could still technically... I could do that over here if I were to pump some of it over here, if I wanted to rework it instead of pulling it from over there. But I want to still use my quartz and stuff, which would mean I'd have to pull it over here if I wanted to keep using it, which I could. But that's a logistics problem for later. Build up on cable. Okay, how many Mercer Spears I got? I got 7, so I can make 7-dimensional depots if I need to start putting these resources back into my safety box. We are going to have to start using more. Let's see. Okay, you don't want to overlap anything that's already technically here. Let's dismantle the motor one for now. We'll keep the block of them. You don't want to tear them apart just yet. Okay. So next up. Need assemblers. Come on. Oh, I'm encroaching on the space of that one. Okay, hold on. There. Okay, now we got this. You want bolted iron plates. I have to say, hearing you say everything out loud pleases my autism. Your voice is also nice. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, because I am also autistic. I am glad that I am appeasing to my fellow autistics. It's very helpful, because thinking out loud is kind of the best way to go about doing logistics problems in my head. So that's easily why I feel so comfortable doing it. I'm not afraid to sound kind of silly to make sure that I'm getting my math right. Or getting a design or something right. I'm not afraid of looking a little goofy to get my job done. Okay, so we want this to look good. So in order to make it look good, let's lift up the baby a little bit. With that, we may have some clipping, but this still looks good. I don't get when the clipping stuff really happens. Overlapping another object's clearance. Conveyor belts turn too sharply to attach. Okay. That's fair enough. Fix that onto there. We break that one. We put it back on. We do the same here so that it functions correctly again. We break this. We rotate this around, and then we put it over here. Perfect. Now we got screws going in. These assemblers will have their screw output they need. Come on. There we go. And then we will get a splitter down here. Unfortunate that the clipping still kind of occurs, but that doesn't actually affect anything. It just is like, hey, game error, physics may look a little weird at times. Okay, we got that, and now we've got the power line. Powered on! Okay. So we're looking at 250 screws a minute. And how many did I say that I was making? I made 4 of these, right? 150. Oh, wow, I'm using the exact amount of screws that I'm producing. That's honestly perfect. Could not have technically accounted for my math better on that one. My math was dead on. Okay, we'll start stockpiling these frames again over here. Get a merger. And that should look good. Invalid belt shape. Why is that an invalid belt shape? Oh, now the default's looking silly. Sometimes the thing doesn't like saying certain objects are fitting the right way, when honestly they should. Okay, that didn't connect on that one. That one actually explains a lot. Curve mode, why is default looking wrong again? Okay, let me fix that. Splitter. My brain is clicking the wrong parts now. Invalid belt shape. It is not invalid, it is just being silly. I have to make silly belts to make this work, huh? Okay, we got that in. Perfect! We're now creating 60 reinforced plates. Well, we're making more than 60, but we've got 60 already, which is nice. Okay. Gonna need to grab some iron plates from my depots, because we have started to run out of the storage versions. Okay. Oh, hey, this is empty, actually. Yoink. Yoink all these. I might make some dismantled boxes in the future, but that would be better than not having made enough factory space. Okay. Now we got these. Next up on the list, we need... From the reinforced iron plates, we now need... the modular frames. 2 a minute. So it takes 1 minute to make one. And we're making a decent amount of these. I don't need to pump these up with energy efficiency things. These are making 30 a minute now. That's more than enough. Actually, thinking about it, again, because of how many we're making, we are probably going to need a splitter. And an awesome sink to handle making sure that we are running constantly. So that we can have the most benefit. Oh. Well, that was silly. I meant to have it the other way so that I didn't have to program the face at the storage, but also so that I could sneak this around a little bit. Okay. We want reinforced iron plates. We want overflow to go over this way. And then we take another awesome sink over here. I'm using a lot of power to basically say, hey, I'm going to overproduce materials, and because of that, I'd actually really like to make some efficient points off of them. Even though I don't necessarily have to. And now, that looks a little prettier. Okay. These machines are still running, right? Yep. They just produce kind of slow. That ain't a problem, though. Yoink, yoink, yoink. The aluminum platings can stay. I'm gonna need more... you know what? Get rid of the cables. Okay, we got the reinforced plates. Next up on the list... stuff that we need the iron rods for, so another assembler. There we go. So I could actually up this by a considerable amount, because we want more of these frames per minute. And I could actually make even more of them. Let's do another one. Oh, we got a new follower. Thank you. Hammer? 1313. Thank you very much. I'm glad a fellow autistic enjoys my material so much. I'm glad that I can be entertaining and, in general, just kind of weirdly savvy when it comes to this stuff, so... Okay, let me just... see what I can do. I want to make 2 of these assemblers. I could make 3, but I just want 2. I don't want this to eat too much power. Okay, let's see. Out where the land, where the wild, wild west of Bunya. Why did I suddenly get that song in my head? Why did I suddenly get Home on the Range's song stuck in my head? Oh no. Not another one of these days. Disney, you've invaded my livelihood. Disney, why? Okay, there's that. Okay, we're gonna elevate these next ones. Unfortunately, this is gonna look kind of silly. Cannot seemingly avoid this looking silly. Yoink. Okay. Splitter. Want to hear a strange theory that someone got stuck in my head about Satisfactory? Oh, curious. Okay. Okay. I love game theories. Spill the beans. What is the theory that's in your head? Why is this not working? Again, it's just too close. Very unfortunate. Now this is an invalid wait, hold on. Gosh dang it. Now this default one is invalid. Fudge monkeys. Okay, you know what? Basics are Satisfactory is actually in the same universe as Helldivers. Okay. Intriguing. An intriguing theory to say the least. What is the basis for that, actually? Can I put a splitter right? I can, actually. Oh, come on. Well, then this unfortunately looks goofy, but it is what it is. So what's the idea behind that theory? I've never personally played Helldivers, but I am aware of the semi-dystopian democracy of it all. Surface is too uneven. Hold on, let me just... Oh. Or boom goes the dynamite. Aha! Oh Oh no, I'm suddenly Super Mario Broing in my head. No! I got Mario Party in my head again. Not that I'm against that, but why? Encroaching on other objects' clearance. It's encroaching on the miner? Even though it's a significant... There we go. I was going to say, a significant ways away, it's still encroaching on the miner. Programmable splitter, and... There we go. Okay. And we make this the overflow instance and modular frames. And okay, we've made up to modular frames again. Okay, now what's the next thing I should do? I need to do stators and actually, yeah, you need to do stators and all that stuff. Fresh out with an alligator, how the cattle's on the sea, singing home on the range, cowboy, you're really... I've got that song stuck in my head now. Son of a biscuit. Okay, I think now is a time to do something more productive, quote unquote, and that would be building upwards. Oh, jeez. I didn't mean to do that. Ow. Okay. So now we've got a next floor. We've got a next level. Dismantle filter. Filter cleared? Oh, hold left control. Okay. Okay, no. 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 Haha! Now I have a floating foundation! That actually worked! That took a little bit. But now, we've got the foundations to make the upper floor. Now we can start making more advanced materials and stuff. Once I get all this sorted out. There we go. Okay, we also need conveyor floor holes when we start figuring out what we're doing. Okay. Actually, need to look up the parts. Okay, so we got reinforced. We've already got concrete down there. We got cables and wires. We've got all that stuff sorted out. Rotor. Screws and rods, or steel pipes and wires. Or copper and screws. I'm going to do steel rotor recipe. Oh, society needs massive volumes of resource. War effort would cause this. Absolutely agreed with that. Functionally endless people are willing to get launched into space to save Earth. Helipod tech in the fervor of the people of Super Earth. Accurate. Super corporations are common within the Super Earth's government. Fix it would fit right in every way. Valid. Technological turnaround. The speed at which the humans of each universe learn how to make use of new discoveries, even recklessly, are all the same. Okay. Valid enough. That's a good reason to think that. I give genuine that's no argument. That's pretty good reasoning, actually. That's a very valid reasoning. Okay. So now we got rotors. We are going to need a lot of rotors, actually. So we are going to make a few assemblers for this little part of the assembly line. Yoink. 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 Okay. What do I want them to make? I want them to use the pipes. I want the pipe. Oh, jeez. Now I got that in my head again. Okay, 12.5 a minute is pretty good. 75 wire per minute is going to be a lot, but we have more wire input than what we have on the ground there, so we are going to actually do this. So Control C, thank you. Control paste, copy paste, paste. Okay. Now we've got the wires all the way over there. Oh, wow, this is actually going to be more than enough. These conveyor belts can go so much higher than I thought they did with those builders. The only problem I see is you have to make your own rifle after Planetfall and Satisfactory. How unpatriotic to not have a rifle in hand. You know, also valid. We have to actually make our own rifle. That does seem very unpatriotic. How very un-Super Earth. But, you know, that's still a very valid theory. It's kind of surprising. I never took it into consideration because, one, I didn't know the Megacorp situation, technically. But then again, dystopian Earth, of course Megacorps are going to be a thing. From that world, which is absolutely bloody brilliant because, unfortunately, we almost live in that now. We almost live in that now, if we want to get technical, and that's just kind of disheartening. So let's not think of that for a moment. Okay, a splitter. And then why not just an additional splitter here at the next one? There. Okay. Wire, wire, wire. Oh, do that. Wire connected here. Wire connected here. And then wire connected here. Next thing I need to do, bring power upwards. Done. I do have to say, the rifle in this game is really fun, though. I have enjoyed using it quite often. Okay, and then the steel pipe. Okay. So the steel pipes are down here. Under this particular section. Oh, hey, I might actually not need to, I do not need to put a floor thing in. Okay, we got organization, or logistics, we need splitters again. Done. And now we've got rotor assembly started. Hell yeah. Oh, silly me. I didn't actually apply one of these to this one. That's why it wasn't getting any rotors made. Okay. That's another thing about this game that's really fun. It's like, it's super easy to figure out when you made a mistake more times than not, because you can always find it thanks to how accessible some of the tools are. Like, being able to hover over and see the level of different equipment that you're using by using a different piece of equipment, and see, like, hey, if this highlights a different color and it overlaps, then you can replace it and upgrade it, which is absolutely perfect more times than not. Okay, so we got 25 a minute on the rotors being made, which is more than enough. Programmable splitter again. Overflow. Then the awesome sink. Yet again. Just another point sink. Okay. Got that. That's the next part sorted. Brilliantly done. Okay. Next up. What do we need next? Let's keep going through the things. Copper sheets will be down there. That'll be a rework from that section, which we don't need to do just yet until we need those parts, actually. Since we're going to need copper powder and stuff, those reworks will probably be turning a bunch of that copper ore into that. Steel. Can't do that yet. Versatile framework. Versatile frameworks will require steel, so we do need to actually get that started up. We need to find more recipes for this. Potentially. But recipes I found, I think, were not as useful. Unless, of course, there's a different beam recipe that we can get that actually doesn't use steel. But we do need to get steel started, so for the moment, before we upgrade anything, let's bring the steel production back from over here. Now that we officially need the steel beam, and only the steel beam so far, that's the one piece we need to drag from over here. Because it's the only piece that hasn't been made at that facility. Because we didn't have the coal. We could definitely make it over there. But we'd have to be using... you know what? We could. We could use the iron miners over there to do it. But already here. Already got the material, so while making that upgrade choice, we don't need to worry about waiting to make these other components that I need. Because once we get these sorted out again, we might not even need this area, because if we have enough efficiency, justify doing all the steel production at this area too, since even with impure iron nodes I'm able to make quite a lot now. Still, it's only 300 ore per minute, but with, what was it, a single iron ore and a single iron ingot foundry and some coal. I think it was even just one piece of coal, if I'm remembering correctly, we could easily have the materials we need. Okay. Let me just get back up here. And once we get this sorted out, I might save my endeavor of making rocket fuel for another stream, but if I don't, I'll elaborate on the process I did to make it. There we go. Okay. Okay, so now we got this. Okay, now we need versatile frameworks. So we need the modular frameworks, which are down over here. And then we'll also need the heavy frameworks eventually. So we might be dragging more of these. So let's see. How we looking? Ooh, okay, we got... Uh-oh, this is gonna hurt. Not much, but it did hurt. Ooh, okay. So not a perfect place to put it. We can drag it a little bit. We'll have to drag it a little bit, but... we'll bring it up here. Perfect. What do you mean that's an invalid belt shape, you silly goose? Fine, we'll do it this way. Nope, that's a conveyor belt Mark 5, but that's not the belt lift Mark 5. There we go. There. Okay. Now the modular frames are going up there. Okay. Versatile frames. Steel and modular frames. We don't need too many of them, we just need to make them, because there are actual components that will be using those again later. So we don't need to make them efficiently, we just need to make them in the first place. That's all that matters. Here we go. Versatile framework. And again, we do a smart splitter. We throw them into the shop whenever we overmake them. Perfectly fine. A smart splitter. Because programmable one is the only one that you can say, hey, overflow only. I think. Boom bada baby, ah eh ah oh ah boom bada baby, eh ah oh boom bada baby, ah eh ah oh ah boom bada baby, eh bada baby, oh. And the players in the club like oh, and all the rock girls at the back would party oh. You know, this is kind of sad that I can do really well at a factory construction game. And I worked at a factory before, and I did not do well at that factory, to be fair. I got, what was it? I was technically a line assembly person. I don't need to make nearly as many of these, but 6.25... you know, I'm not in a rush to make these components. They're used for one thing, I think. They are used in the magnetic field generators. Which does mean I need to make them. electromagnetic control rods. AI limiters and stators. Okay. We got this, we got that. Stator. Wires and pipes. Wires and pipes. I can already do that because I have the materials literally right here. Already. Unfortunately, this is not going to look pretty. Probably. Could be worse. I'm gonna take a it could be worse, Doc. For 500. I'm gonna take a it could be worse, Doc, for 540. That's funny. Okay. This one we're gonna actually do kind of a two-way thing. We're gonna put a smart splitter again, programmable splitter. Come on, can we get it? Yes, down there. We're gonna yank this. I'm gonna put a merger in front of it, like so. That there, put this there, put this over here, put this over. Oh, nope. The belt movement got me on that one. Ah, dang it. Again, it puts it backwards from what I intend to every single time initially. Because I don't look at the colors of the arrows. That's my silliness being a thing. And then this is stators. I think if we need more stators, I can definitely make another assembler for them because I'm not worried about the wires. I might need more pipes. How many pipes am I using? 37.5 and 100. 130, 137.5. How much is this making? It's probably 250, right? Oh my, no, it is most certainly not. It is making not even half of that. Oh boy. Yeah, we're gonna need more. We're gonna need the steel production from the other area. That's fine. Let me just grab it. Could have been worse. At least I caught it. At least I caught it before we ran out of materials. That would have sucked. Yeah, I had to make like an excessive amount in the other area to keep up with the demands of what my factory was needing, so I was kind of surprised if that would have been enough. I made, what was it, 3 machines, 2 from steel and 1 from iron that was making the pipes to make up for like the 5 machines that were dragging out the materials from them. And that's still got one of them technically applied over here consistently. Oh, these are Mark IV too. I could up these. How's the modular frames doing? Still doing good? Still haven't made full on those. Heavy modular frames are going to be an interesting one. The concrete over here, I'm making enough concrete over here. I can definitely, if I make the steel production over here later, work on the assembly line. I like to work until the higher ups started letting the problems out on us. Oh, that's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Yeah, I basically I was a candy guy. I made candy. As kind of silly as that feels, that was the thing. I was the person on the Hershey line in my hometown. Well, where I was born. So it was my hometown. Yeah, I'm right in saying that. That basically um made the cores of Whoppers, and that was my job. My whole job was making Whoppers. Oh, that's a C. Why was that a C? Oh, come on. I was typing enter. Okay, so the magnetic needs 3 stators, AI units, and it makes the control rods. That's not bad. AI limiters I need the deuterium in the other area for. Some of this I'm probably going to do off stream too. This is just me trying to rework the iron section to make sure that I'm making all of the iron related parts. Or the parts that I can make with just iron, because that's kind of the first objective I need to consider. And I know I'm using copper for these wires over here, but that's perfectly fine. I've known I was going to be using some copper because I had copper over there. That would have supplemented way more. But the coal that I have pulling over that line over there that you can see, which, holy crap, now that I know that these conveyor belts actually have active lines on them, because I haven't actively looked across the map in the middle of the night with full attention. I forget that these things have light sources on them. We've also got the irons up there that I haven't tapped, which I could technically use to make the steel pipes, probably. But I'm going to give myself a little mental break by going to the restroom and being right back. So I'll be just a moment. Okay, and I'm back. Sorry about the wait. I had to also take my dog outside because she needed to go to the bathroom. Also, I want to put on a little bit of music, so give me a sec. I meant to put it on, but I kind of got hyper-focused. Whew. Excuse me. You know what? I'm not going to listen to music. I'm going to listen to someone play a horror game in the background. Because I'm that silly. I feel like listening to Markiplier just go into Five Nights at Freddy's. Because I love Five Nights at Freddy's. It's very silly. It's very silly indeed. Now where is the thing? Oh, there it is. I want this one. That's where I was leaving off last time. Oh, why? There we go. Okay, I have an annoying ad with AI. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Okay, we got stator. We got the stator running. Okay. I should... Okay, so stators and... What was it that was making them? Magnetic components. AI limiters. Don't have those yet. But I should make an assembler to prepare to make them. I should also be ready to make one for motors, because I know motors use stators as well, and rotors. There we go. Okay, I want another assembler making more stators. Go. Get that, and then we make more stators because I know I need them for motors as well, so... Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Okay, there. It's that. Okay. We got this. Now I can make motors. Electromagnetic control rods. And the versatile framework. Magnetic field generator. 2 electromagnetic rods at 1 per minute. So it takes 2 minutes? Oh. I can way overproduce these. Wait, hold on. How many am I making per minute on the versatile frameworks? 5 per minute? .25. Okay, I could bump this up a little bit. Doesn't have to be much, but I love Critical Role, but I don't need to listen to Daggerheart commercials right now, Matthew Mercer. I'm so sorry. I love Daggerheart, but I can't. Okay. Okay, logistics. Let's get this conveyor hole. Okay, we need AI limiters. We'll make that in the other area, but we now have a thing for it. Actually, do I? Gotta remember, this hover pack is good around my base. It's not good at traversing the world, unfortunately, which is really weird. It's good when you have railroads, but that's kind of the extent. I need railroads. Okay. Oh, family's calling. Gotta answer this. Give me a sec. Hello, what's up? we need to get you supper fed, baby girl. Come on. It's supper time. It's supper time. It's supper time, baby. Okay, I'm back. Family was asking me what I wanted for supper, and I had to feed the rosebud. I had to feed the baby. Okay, this is working. Okay, perfect. This gives me a lot more control than worrying about the jetpack. Okay. Okay, now we need an assembler for motors. This is going to be a little silly looking, but I just need it to work. That's all I care about, getting it to work. "25 stators a minute. 12.5 motors. I don't need that many though. I don't think with the production that I need. I think the turbo motors don't require nearly that much. On top of, well, everything else that we need them. Okay. Just. Okay. Okay. Let's take a look at the parts now. Let's see what the next thing I can do is. Done. Smart plating I could do as well. Smart plating I need to do. Son of a biscuit, I have to do smart plating. Okay. Logistics conveyor hole. That works. Okay. Smart plating. Need an industrial setup for this one. Just for the moment. While we're still trying to sort things out. This I can up. So we need a lot of smart plating, actually. Okay. This is fine. Okay, we got smart plating. We don't have steel yet. Automated wiring. Dang it, we need more stators even. Because we need automated wiring for stuff too. Biscuits and gravy, we need more stators. That's the real that's a real drain on my production. My need for stators, apparently. That's the real funny part. It's like, you don't need this many of this part. Turns out you're wrong. Turns out you need a ton of this part, actually. Because you never realize how much you need until you need even more of it. Is that the truth? You don't realize how much you need until you need 1,051 of it. Why? Because, through your logic, you must have too many components. Well, we're eating through the wire now. We're eating 300 wire a minute? Plus how much over here? I think I might need to... I need to make sure I'm making like 700 wire a minute now. That is crazy. That is actually crazy. But because of that, I actually need to go over here and check my facility at this area before I continue working on that one. That is absolutely bygone crazy. Because I'm using 600 some. Oh. Dang. Also, thankfully, I can use this to travel faster. Because if this thing is draining wires, because what do we make every one of these? If I were to overclock all of these, how many would I actually be able to make? Yeah, limiters have stopped. Because I've actually stopped. I stopped syncing them. If I hadn't stopped syncing them, I would probably be running out of wire. can't believe I'm gonna say this. I might need to put a wire checker out here to see if I am actively producing enough wire, because I can't tell by looking at this. I can't genuinely tell by looking at that if I am producing enough. I'm going to hope that I am currently and keep going for a minute. It will not drain nearly as quickly as I think it would, because of how long it is taking it to drain naturally right now. Okay, so I'm at 25. 37.5. 37.5. Hmm. $15. 10. Okay. And now I'm getting... There we go. Okay, I was getting a Domino's ad, and I don't want Domino's. I like Domino's. Actually, I used to work there. Very nice. Automated wiring. That's what I needed to make. At least this looks better than what it used to. Slowly but surely I'm making it look better, but it still has some flaws. Finally need more reinforced plate. Oh, it's demand switch. This creates at the bottom. Do 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 do. There we go. Okay, we got this. Womp 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 womp. Got Five Nights at Freddy's music stuck in my head now. Yoink, 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 yoink. Yep, that's perfectly normal. Copper sheets and silica. I think circuit boards. Automated wiring. Okay. Could go exploring, but I want to empty out my inventory first. There we go. Okay. We're gonna make more foundations. Doink. Foundational nonsense. I can't believe that I've done this much with... Sorry, I'm listening to Mark lose his mind currently, because this is the point in his security breach playthrough where he got stuck in Phaser Blast. Okay, there we go. Modular engine. Rubber, motors, and smart plating. Smart plating, rubber, gotta go up on the bottom. Okay, now we get the rubber. Slowly but surely. Turbo motors, cooling systems, fuels, modular frames. Oh boy, I have some of those, not all of those here. Plastic smart plating. Oh, right. I learned that ages ago. Cooling units, motors, rubber, fudging, hell. Here we go. We're gonna put the thing here. Turbo motor. Motors. Rubber. Airbook too steep? What are you talking about? I like Daggerheart, but I don't need to hear that right now. I am in a moment of trying to figure out logistics because I can. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is gonna hurt. That hurt a lot. Okay. Need to get motors in here as well. Okay. Radio control units. Cooling systems. Can I make radio control units? That's a manufacturing thing, right? That has to be. I might need to drag some materials from somewhere else, but... And then cooling systems... I need aluminum. Oscillators, computers, and aluminum casing. Aluminum casings will take a while to get over here. But I could technically get them. Okay. $3.75 a minute. Back was hanging out with the sister. Oh, wow. Good to spend time with your family, man. Congrats. Hope it was fun. We're just mostly trying to get some stuff figured out in terms of where I'm going to drag some stuff over next. I've got stuff over there that I could drag over. I might have to reestablish some pipelines and stuff, but actually getting kind of close to saying taking a break for now, but I made a lot of progress. The rework is going pretty well. The thermal rockets are kind of the next thing that I'm working on building up. Oh, that's good. I'm happy. I'm glad things are working out. That's always nice. It's always nice to spend time with family. My sister will... Oh! Actually, family's calling me. Give me just a moment. Hello? No worries, I'll give I'm gonna have to end stream now. Family just got back. I gotta do some stuff with them really quick and a bunch of stuff, so it's gonna take me a little bit. Sorry about that. Thank you all for stopping by. Thank you for everyone new and old who came. Seriously had a lot of fun. But for now, I've got to sign off. So I'll see you all very soon, next week most likely. And until next time, everyone, stay dreaming. Have a great rest of your guys' night. Bye-bye!